Hi everyone, I'm coming on with a cheese that I made earlier this morning. I wanted to make sure it come out good and that it was sliceable in the refrigerator and it's set up. Hi Arlene, and I want to show you that it is sliceable. Look at that, and it stays together. So it does work. I found this recipe on YouTube. So you know if you make it early, it's going to set up. It's going to slice for you. And you can also grate it too, which I haven't tried to do that because I have no grater. But I wanted you to see, this is what it looks like. I know I didn't smooth it out very well when I did it in the pan. But I found the recipe on YouTube, and it was through 3ABN. And it has cashews in it. It has pepper in it. I can't really tell you everything I've got in it because it's got an awful lot in it. But I'm going to, hi, good to see you. Welcome. This is my sliceable vegan cheese that I made on, and I tasted it when I was putting it into the container. Because it takes the agar, and this is what I use to thicken it up. And this is it's a very expensive agar. I ordered some more. But it thickened it up and it sliced, as you can see. I didn't put it in the container very well as far as smoothing it out, because it was so thick and hard to work with. You take the agar, the 1.5 cup of water and 3 tablespoons of agar, and you cook it on the stove and you leave it sit until you get everything else in the blender and blend it together. And then you put your agar mixture into it and blend it again. I had to use the tamper a little bit to get it go down. But it poured it. When it came out, it was thick, so I knew it was going to set up. Hi, good to see you, Carrie. Welcome. This is my vegan cheese that I made this morning, and it's sliceable. I'm so happy because I've never made vegan cheese before, and I was looking for one that's sliceable, and I found one. Oh, thank you. That's what everybody keeps telling me. Yes, it's actually, look, see, it is sliceable. Look, I just sliced off a little bit to show you that it is sliceable. And it's everything that we got in the refrigerator. Now, you have to buy agar to thicken it up. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it on YouTube, and I'm going to put the entire recipe up on YouTube. I will go through the whole step-by-step of what you do, because it is very lengthy for me to tell you right now. I printed it out, and I followed the directions. Oh, thank you. But, I eat oat burgers, and I eat grillers and stuff like that, and I want to be able to put cheese on it. Oh, you're so welcome. Yeah, isn't it cool though? I've always been looking for a sliceable cheese, and Arlene and I were looking for the same thing. Now that I can slice it, and she's ordered her agar, she can make the same one, and she knows it's going to slice for her because it's done that for me. They say you can grate it too, but like I said, I don't have a grater to see if it'll grate or not, but you're supposed to be able to grate it. But it was this Japanese lady that was showing how to make this. Okay, you do that. And when I watched her make it, I thought, that's interesting. Did it really set up? Hi, Deborah. There's my vegan cheese that I made that is sliceable. I sliced a little bit off. Somewhat, but it's not going to have the real cheese flavor, but it's somewhat it does. But it's actually very good because I tried it earlier, and it's really good. I was excited to make it. I really was. And I guess it lasts in your refrigerator. Yes, it is. You're right. It is. You're the exact person. Yes, it is. And she had a real good recipe. So you have evidently watched her before and loved her recipes, because that's who it is. Yes, I did. And this is the first time I've ever seen her give a recipe like that. And when I saw that, wow, it really turned out well. And Erlene asked me earlier if it's set up yet, and I hadn't checked it at that time. But when I did go back and check it, tell her, I said, "Yep, it's set up all right." She says, "Well, I hope it doesn't turn out like cement." Well, it's not turning out like cement. It is sliceable. Now, this is not a very good slice, but at least you can see that it is sliceable, and it looks very good. So it does work. Yeah, because you don't want it setting up like cement, But I have a vegan cheese, and I love this recipe enough that I want to make it again. And the only thing I have to buy is another red pepper, because it takes a full red pepper. It has cashews in it as well. And I didn't soak the cashews. She recommended you either wash or soak them. I hadn't soaked them, so I gave them a real good wash in the sink first in my strainer. I washed them real good because they have a tendency to be a little dirty. So I washed them. So it takes about a cup of cashews. Hi, Alexis. This is my cheese, and it tastes pretty much close to cheese because you use the nutritional yeast. and it really makes it taste good. I mean, I'm really pleased with the recipe. Well, they say it lasts a week in the refrigerator, but if you eat a lot of cheese, it probably isn't going to last you that long. Now, if you got a family, it won't last you as long at all. You know, but I'm going to use this quite a bit. I'm going to start putting it on cheese sandwiches and stuff like that to get used up. And once I get used up, then I'll make some more again, because I love the way it turned out. I was a little skeptical at first, and I thought, well, Erlene's had been trying to do vegan cheese, and none of them have been setting up for her. So I thought, well, I really don't want to scope this making it, because if it doesn't set up, it's an embarrassment. But it did set up, and I was pleased that I just took it out of the refrigerator. And you have to leave it sit maybe an hour or two. It's actually in there a little bit longer than that. But it set up nice, and I can slice it and make big as slices as I want, or as small as slices as I want, because I plan on probably making oat burgers for lunch, and then I can put these on my oat burgers. So you can see there are recipes out there that you can make that your own vegan cheese, because you certainly don't want to buy the cheese in the store. You know what it's got in it. It's got stuff in it you shouldn't have. This, I know what it's got in it. Everything that's healthy for me. You know, it's got some herb, spices, your garlic powder and onion powder and stuff like that, but that gives it the good flavor. The only thing I did put in it was the sea salt. I forgot, but I think it's flavored up enough. I really don't need it anyway. But like I said, I will post this recipe up on YouTube so that you can have it step by step exactly how I made it and what it takes to make it, because it's a real long recipe. All I can tell you is you get everything ready first in all your ingredients, your teaspoons of ingredients. I put them in small containers, and I've since washed them, but put them in small containers. Get everything ready to go. Then cook your agar. Get it thick. Heat your water up, get it boiling, and then put your agar in there and whisk it. Use a whisk. They don't recommend using a spoon. Use a whisk and whisk it as fast as you can, because it starts thickening up. And I could see it as I was whisking. It was thickening up thicker and thicker and thicker. And when I took it off, it just kept on getting thick. And I thought, well, this is going to be great. And it was so thick when I got the rest of it blended. Before I went to put that in there, I had a hard time getting it out of the pan because it was that thick. I had to use a spatula to get it out. But I finally did get it out, and was able to put it in there and blend it up blend it with the rest of it, thicken the whole thing up, and as you can see, it turned out really nice. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to make. There is a lot of prep work to it, but it's well worth it when it comes out the way it did. And I'm so happy that it came out this way, because I wasn't sure it was going to or not, because I've made recipes in the past that never really turned out very good. And I didn't want to have another one fail on me. I know Erlene's been having problems with recipes not working out. But I think that she can be confident that she makes this and it's going to taste good, and she's going to continue to use it. And I'm going to continue to make this, because it's simple enough. It takes a lot of prep work, but once the prep work is done, you just make it, and it comes out the way it did. All I did for this pan was put olive oil around the sides and the bottom of it with a Scott towel, so it won't stick to the pan. And this is a glass pan. I wanted to use a glass. I thought it would be better for it, And I didn't know what size to use. And when I saw what it was in my blender, I thought, well, this size is just right. It almost filled it up. That's how much it made. But at least I'll have cheese to eat for a while, and I can eat it without putting it on sandwiches too if I want. But this is all something we can learn how to do. Get your recipes. And I've been looking for recipes for a long time to make vegan cheese, and I just couldn't find one until I come across this one. And I thought, I watched it, and when I saw her make it, I thought, now this is the recipe for me. But like I said, it does take the agar. You have to have that, because it won't thicken up without it. And I happened to get it off of Amazon, so I ordered some more, because it does go down pretty fast. But those just coming in, here's my vegan cheese that is sliceable. I did slice a little bit off and showed everybody. And I can put it on my griller sandwiches, put on my oat burgers or whatever, because I plan to probably make those for lunch. And I've already scoped those before, so I won't scope that again. But make some of those for lunch and put this cheese on there, and I know they're going to taste so good. And I'm really pleased that I finally found a recipe that really works. And I think the rest of you will like it too. Once you've made it yourself, you're going to stick with it. Yes, I'm at Amazon Prime too. Yeah, well, it takes me sometimes a day or two. I think they'll either come tomorrow or they'll come on Wednesday, because I ordered them this morning. Because I'm on Amazon Prime too, and it only takes a couple days to get them. Now this agar that I'm using is very expensive, but it's well worth it, because it really works. It does the job. I think it's $14.98 or something, which isn't an awful lot for a small for a small, this is 4 ounces. But it'll last a while. But I did take 3 tablespoons for this. You can see it went down a little. 3 tablespoons to put into this recipe for 1.5 cups of water. So I'm going to keep it on hand so I have it. Because if I make this cheese enough, I'm going to need the agar powder to do it. And like I said, I got it off of Amazon because they're very reliable. They get the stuff to me. And I don't have to worry about ever getting what I ordered. So, and I'm really pleased with it. I'm pleased with this recipe. I like the taste of the cheese. I like the way it came out. Like I said, I didn't smooth it out real good when I put it in the pan, but it doesn't matter as long as I can slice it and it tastes good. That's the most important part of all. And I'm doing this to help others too, because people are saying that I look so great. You know, it hasn't always been that way. I've been a person that's been hard to lose weight my whole life. I would try yo-yo diets. I'd go up and I'd go down. I'd go up and I'd go down. And I couldn't find a happy medium. So then I decided, once I went on the plant-based diet, that this is the diet for me, because I can stay on it, and I know that with this Vitamix, I'm having fun cooking, I'm having fun looking for recipes to do into it, and that's the whole thing. Once you start doing something like this, you want to keep at it, and I do. I want to keep going as long as I can, as the Lord allows me to. I'm going to keep going because I know it's going to be beneficial to me too, and I'm helping others too. Because I've been helped along this way by Stacy and Philip, giving their health nuggets and such, that I want to help other people too. And I know that as long as I can keep doing this, people will benefit by my periscopes, and they'll want to be healthy too. And you make your own vegan cheese. If you like a sliceable cheese, like I said, there's a cheese sauce one I'm eventually going to do for macaroni and cheese. That I've got the recipe for that I printed out this morning. I plan on making that. Oh, you're so welcome. That I plan on making it eventually. It's a cheese sauce. It is a lot of fun. You're right, Erlene. And like I said, as long as I can put this up on YouTube, which I intend to, and can write and put the recipe in the description box, you'll have the whole complete recipe there. You just follow it. You can copy it down for yourself, and you'll have it that way. And then you'll be able to make it again, because I intend to make this recipe again because it's so easy to make. Sure, I'll do that. I'll do that when I haven't got the macaroni right now, nor do I have the cheese sauce made, but I most definitely will when I make that. I probably in another day or two, whenever I get back there to get the macaroni. If I don't make the cheese sauce tomorrow, I'll make it Wednesday. But another day or two, I'll get that done. And I'll scope that too. Now that has potatoes and carrots in it. That I do know. So I'll be yes, I definitely can scope that, which I was planning on doing. Stacy has a nice recipe of the same thing. I think it's basically her recipe that maybe with a little extra on it. It's got onion powder, garlic powder, and things like. Hi, Barbara. At least with the cheese sauce, I don't have to use agar. It's only for the sliceable. Here's my sliceable vegan cheese. It's not very pretty in the pan as far as the way I smoothed it out, but it's sliced. Look. I can show you it did slice. See how it's sliced? Doesn't it look nice? Because that's a very funny slice. I just wanted to slice a little bit off to show you what it looked like. And it holds together. And I'm really happy about that. Doesn't fall apart, and it's a lot of trial and error when you do these recipes. And I thought, well, this is going to be trial and error. If it doesn't turn out the first time, I'm going to try it again until it does turn out. And I give Erlene credit. That's what she's been doing. She's been trying and trying and trying, and didn't work out, so she tried it again. It still didn't work out, but she's not giving up. We can't give up. We got to keep trying. But I got it right the first time, and I'm so pleased that I did get it right the first time. Because now I have, how did I make it? Well, I'm going to post the video. If you're not following me on YouTube, you can follow me on YouTube, because I will post in the description the recipe there, because it's a very long recipe. I will tell you this though, it has agar powder in it, which is a thickening. It's like a gelatin when it thickens up, and that's what makes it. I will post it up on YouTube shortly, and I'll post the recipe up there along with the video, and you can see how I made it. I'll post this video up there, but you'll see in the recipe how it's made, and you can make it yourself with all the ingredients that it takes. The only thing The only thing that I forgot to put into it was sea salt. I realized that afterwards, but I don't think I'm really going to need that anyway. It's part of the recipe, but it's just one of the things I neglected to put in. But I'll make it probably with sea salt the next time. But this is just a simple recipe. It doesn't take a lot to make it. You know, if you got cashews, you got a red pepper, you've got your garlic salt and your garlic powder and your onion powder, and you got cashews, and you got your nutritional yeast. You can make it simple, and it comes out just like this, where you can slice it and you can put it on your any kind of burgers that you make, oat burgers or whatever you make, you know, anything that you make, you can put it on there. And that's what I intend to do, because I love cheese. I'm a cheeseaholic. But I knew that I couldn't continue to eat the cheese that I was eating because it's not good for me. And the vegan cheese that I was buying at the local grocery store here that sells bulk, that was at Fly, I think, sells bulk. They have a vegan cheese, but the thing with that vegan cheese has got carrageenan in it. We know that that's not very good for us, because Philip had talked about that a while back, about carrageenan. And do a research on it. You'll find it's not very good. So I couldn't eat that cheese anymore. And when I purchased it, it was my own fault. I did not know anything about the carrageenan at that time, so I bought it thinking it was okay. Yes, I love cheese too, and I don't like to eat sandwiches without cheese on it. Now I don't have to. I make my vegan cheese. It's good for me. It doesn't have anything in that I can't pronounce, which is, when you start looking at some of the ingredients as almost processed cheese, it's a lucky I can even pronounce carrageenan. You know, it has ingredients in it I can't pronounce, and it hasn't too many of them. And I would prefer to make my own. I'm having so much fun making my own food because I can share it with other people. That's why I'm doing this, so I can share these recipes with others, give them an idea that they can make it for themselves too. And once you've made this cheese recipe, you'll stick with it. I know I am. I'm going to stick with it. And once I get the cheese sauce recipe done, I'll probably stick with that one too. You know, find one I like and maintain that one, and don't have to keep, because I don't have to keep looking for new ones that way. You know, and I've got a few soups that I like to do that I've already scoped that I've got the recipes for, that I'll just alternate on the soup recipes and keep making those. Like I made my tomato soup yesterday. They're good. You know, anything that you can make yourself and you know what's in it, do it, because you're going to find you're going to be a lot healthier for it in the long run. A lot healthier. Yeah, I could make a grilled cheese sandwich with a cheese sauce. You're right. Yes, I could do that too, as well as macaroni and cheese. I love macaroni and cheese too. That's my downfall. I used to eat a lot of macaroni and cheese. However, we know it's there again. It's got the cheese in it you can't eat. And I don't have the macaroni to make the macaroni and cheese right now. I went to the store yesterday, but then I forgot the macaroni. One of the things I thought about getting, and I forgot to get it. So I'll wait until I get that so I can make the macaroni and cheese, and then I can share it with you guys, what it looks like after it's made. And I know it's going to be healthy. I mean, doesn't this look healthy? It really does. It looks very good. I mean, it's got the color of cheese, you know, without actual being real cheesy. You don't want real cheesy. However, the nutritional yeast does help give it a little more of a cheesy flavor. Without that, it wouldn't taste as good. It tastes a little bland. But it does taste pretty close to cheese, and I like the flavor of it. And I'm going to continue to make this. I'll probably make it every several days. And when I get it used up, then I'll make some more again. But I hope that you all can do the same thing. Doesn't it though? Doesn't look, well, yeah, it does look like Velveeto's. Oh, it's not as smooth. I mean, I didn't smooth it out so much on the top. But once it's set up, I stuck a knife into it to see if it was cheese, and you can see it's hard. It you know, it's not soft. And when I put it in here, it was nice and thick, so I knew, well, it's going to set up, because it was really thick coming out of the blender. I had to use a spatula and a spoon to get it out, and I didn't want to miss anything. Of course, under the blades is the hardest part to get, so I had to soak it a little bit to kind of free that up so I could clean it out. But this is one recipe that I recommend. And if you have a Vitamix, it mixes up very well in a Vitamix. I don't know how it's going to do in other blenders, however, because it was when she made it in a Vitamix as well. I don't know how it's going to do in other blenders. You can try it. A high-powered blender is what it takes to make it really good, you know. And make sure when you put your agar on the stove in your water as it's boiling, to pour the agar in and keep whisking it. Do not stop. You got to whisk it very, very quickly and keep it going. And when it's thick enough, take it off the stove turn your burner off, and just leave it sit until you get the rest of the ingredients mixed into your blender, and then that goes on the very top. Then you blend it again. And that's as simple as that. It's very easy to make, and it comes out nice and thick. So now Erlene can make it, and she won't have to worry about it not setting up and wasting agar, because it's terrible when you waste ingredients because the thing does not work out for you. And she's had that problem where it would set up one time, but the rest of the time it wouldn't set up for her, and she did it the same way every time. So she may have had a bad batch of agar. Didn't have the kind of agar I have. This is 100% agar. I don't know what she had. She may have had an offshoot or something, but you get it's an expensive one, but it works, and it works well. So if anybody wants this powder, this is what it looks like. It's agar. Yeah, it probably was. This like I said, this is quite expensive. It's 4 ounces, $14.98 for 4 ounces, but it's worth it because it's a very good powder. And if you want to take a screenshot of it, you can go take a screenshot of it. And I got mine off of Amazon. I'm sure other places would have it too, maybe a little cheaper. But since I have Amazon Prime, I decided to buy it off of that. So this is basically what I use to thicken it up. You have to thicken your cheese up. You can't thicken it up any other way because it won't. Because it comes out like a gelatin. It looks like a gelatin when I took it off the stove into the water. You know, had to keep whisking it. But I hope that you all can make this recipe too. Once I post it up on YouTube, try to make it yourself and see how it turns out. Let other people know how it worked for you. Because I'm real happy this worked for me. You know, I'm going to shout from the rooftops that I finally found a vegan cheese that I can be proud of. That I made it, and it came out just the way it's supposed to. It's set up, and it almost tastes like cheese, which I really, really like that fact. Let me take a little bit off here. Very good. Close to cheese flavor. So if, yeah. Oh yeah, yours was cheap, but this is not that cheap, but it's very, very good. And hi Hugh, here's my vegan cheese that I made. It's sliceable. I already sliced a little bit off, and I'll show you how it slices. I found this vegan recipe on 3ABN, no less. And it takes the agar powder, but you can see it sliced up. And I've got my own cheese that I can. Oh, got it on my phone now. I'll have to wipe that off. But anyway, I can put it on my oat burgers that I make now, and any burgers that I make, I can put it on there, and it'll taste so good. And I'm anxious for that because I've been looking for a vegan cheese. I have looked for a vegan cheese, just couldn't find any until I came across that one. I told Erlene about it. She wasn't sure if it's set up or not. So I said, well, I'll try it, and I'll let you know. So now that it's set up for me, it will set up for her, too. And it's simple to make. It takes a long process. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Hugh. I'm sure trying. You know, it's fun to sit there and look for recipes. My daughter says, boy, Mom, you must sit there and look for recipes all day long. I says, pretty much, because the recipes, I want to make sure I do it right. I want to find a recipe that I can stick with it. This, and I'm sticking with it. I printed it out. And I've decided to put all my recipes into this, so they don't get dirty or anything. Does it melt? No, not this. It doesn't melt. They say you can slice it and you can grate it. The only one that you can do is as a sauce. Now I haven't made that yet. I'm going to make a cheese that you can put on macaroni and cheese that does melt. This won't melt. This is actually a sliceable cheese. So I taught you smoothies. Oh. Yeah, I still make those too. However, I did make any this morning. It's quite cool here now. It's cooled down considerably. I've brought ready to put my air conditioner away and my fans and everything, but it's very cool here now. But as you can see, I'm wearing long sleeves because I was cold this morning. But I finally found a recipe that I can stick with, and I'm sure once you guys start making this too, and you like the flavor of it, you're going to stick with it too. Yeah, nice. You're right. Nice hot cocoa is right. Well, we don't drink cocoa. It'd have to be carob powder, probably carob powder. But you know, anything hot. And I don't know if I'll have soup again for lunch or my oat burgers. I'm thinking about having my oat burgers so I can put some of my sliceable cheese on it because I'm anxious to eat it. So I know it's going to make it taste good. You know, and I'm not saying it won't melt. It possibly might melt if you put it on a burger or something and put it and put it in and leave it in the skillet. It might melt on the burger. It's possible. But actual cheese sauce is what I'm used for macaroni and cheese. Well, we don't eat chocolate. You don't really realize what chocolate has in it. Chocolate has bugs in it. Do you realize it has roaches in it? You're actually eating roaches. That's stuff you don't want to eat. I used to love chocolate too. That was my fetish. I was a chocoholic. Well, I realize now you can't have that stuff anymore. It's because it's stuff that you don't want to put in your body. Yes, it's full of caffeine too. Do you want to put that kind of stuff in your body? Get some carob powder. I haven't got any, but I'll have to order some off of Amazon. Carob powder. You can use that to make cocoa with or whatever. Yeah, it's not very good for you. Yes, it does. It has all kinds of bugs in it. It has roaches in it. It has caffeine in it. Yes, that's a known fact. Even a Forerunner had done a scope on it about it. And you don't want to put that stuff in your body. Caffeine is a stimulant, and caffeine is something you do not want to put in your body. That is very bad for you. That's what coffee has in it. We know as caffeine. Well, you know something? A lot of things that they make have stuff in it you're not aware of. You know, stuff can fall on the floor. You know, there are bugs crawling around. They'll just put the bugs right in it. You know, I couldn't tell you, but I know the meat's the same thing. The meat has parasites in it, has things in it you really should be putting in your body. Yeah, it's processing. It's during the processing. So if at all costs, don't eat any more chocolate. I had to give it up too. And it's not an easy thing to do because I love my chocolate muffins and stuff like that. But once I heard the Periscope from Forerunner talking about it, I gave up the chocolate muffins. I says, I don't need them. Yeah, we need to give. I gave it all up too. I didn't drink tea anyway, but because tea's an acquired taste. But I used to drink a lot of soda. I don't drink that anymore either. I drink water. That's specifically what I drink. You know, that's the best thing for you because your body's made up of mostly water anyway. So, but there's so many things out there that they don't tell you are bad for you. You have to find that out for yourself. And I'm here to tell you that if you're eating chocolate, stop, because you're putting harmful stuff into your body. You don't want to be eating bugs, and you don't want to be drinking milk that's got pus and blood in it. You don't want to be eating cheese that's not good for you. Make your own vegan cheese, and and it's healthy for you. I don't have any hot drinks. I just drink a lot of water. You know, I don't drink any hot drinks. I don't drink coffee either. I don't drink tea. If I want something hot, you know what I'll do? I'll make me some soup in my Vitamix, which some people know that it makes soup in it, and take that as my hot for the day. And that's what I've been doing. I did that yesterday. Because it's a known fact. It has things in it you shouldn't be eating. It's a known fact. Yes, you did. Yes, you did not know you did. But it has bugs in it, so you do not want to eat that stuff. It's all in the processing. You have to understand. Any processed foods, you've got to be very, very careful of them. Processed foods are not good for you. Chocolate is one that's processed. Don't eat it. Cheese is processed. You shouldn't be eating that. Anything that's processed, make it yourself. Because it's better for you. Much better for you, because at least you know what's in it. You put ingredients in it that you can pronounce. That's what you need to do. I put stuff in this cheese that I know what's in it. It's stuff that I can pronounce, and it's not got chemicals in it, because chemicals are bad for you. A lot of the foods out there, the majority of them, the processed foods, all have chemicals. Yes, that's right. You can make your own chocolate. But all the foods out there, the processed foods, you look at the ingredients on some of your packaging, like your chocolate bars and things like that. Look and see what ingredients have in it. Not only chocolate, but everything else along with it too. Chemicals that you shouldn't have in your body. The manufacturers don't care. They make the packaging look good. So they figure, well, if the packaging looks good, people are going to buy it. You're right, caffeine is bad for you. So they make this fancy packaging, real pretty packaging, to entice people to buy it. And lo and behold, people do. I did. I bought it too. I used to make a Hershey bar pie for potlucks. I will refuse to make it anymore because I won't eat it. I'm not going to force other people to eat it too and put that into their body. So I don't even make that pie anymore. I'll either buy a pie or not take any pies at all. You know, I just don't do it. Because if I take an apple pie, buy an apple pie or whatever, I won't eat it. Everybody else can have it, but I won't eat it. You know, I don't eat desserts. But you have to learn what you can and what you cannot have. I know it seems odd that there's so many things we can't have, but you're better off without them. You know, and get into the healthy kick like I am. Make your own foods. Make the cheese, your own cheese like this. Make your own chocolate. There's some that make their own ketchup. They make mustard. And Deborah here, Truly Pure Living, she makes her own soaps and deodorants, things like that. Make your own stuff. Toothpaste. You're better off than buying the stuff in the stores that's got the chemicals in it you shouldn't have. You're right. I believe you're right. It's the main cause of cancer. And people don't realize that. That's why this society is so bad. Why people are so sick. It's because of the chemicals they're putting in their bodies. They don't realize it. They don't look at the ingredients. I'm getting more recognizant of what's in my foods now. When I go to look at ingredients or go to buy something in the store, the first thing I do is I turn it over on the back and look at the ingredients on it. If it has anything in there that I cannot pronounce, if it has anything I know that's not good for me, back on the shelf it goes. I will not put it in my body. And we all have to feel that way. Don't put anything in your body that you can't pronounce it, because there's many chemicals out there that are so bad for you. You know, they're real long. I mean, do you realize some of the ingredients in those things are about like this? You'd think it'd have 1 or 2 ingredients, but you start going down the list and it's got, oh my goodness, the list is so long, I haven't got time to stand there and read the whole ingredient list. And that's the thing. When I see a lot of ingredients, yeah, that's right, it's deceiving. And when I see processed foods that have way too many ingredients in it, I say, well, I'm not eating this. Forget it. I don't want it. And also another thing, a lot of people are not aware of, and I found this out just recently, that your vanilla extract and your organic vanilla both have alcohol in them. I did not know that until I looked at the packaging. I think Erlene told me, somebody made me aware of that. So I bought a non-alcoholic vanilla on Amazon because they do have it. That's the only way I could put it in my almond milk or flavor anything up, is have non-alcoholic vanilla. The vanilla I had in my cupboards, I had to throw it out. I couldn't use it because it was not good for me. I'm not going to put alcohol into my body. And I'm thinking, organic vanilla has alcohol, organic alcohol. What the heck is organic alcohol? What difference does it make if it's organic or not? It's still not good for you. And every one of those extracts up there all got alcohol in them. I don't know why they think they have to put alcohol in that stuff. It's just not good. Be sure that you check the ingredients on the back of everything. The vanilla bean is fine because that's natural. I have an organic vanilla bean. That's fine because you scrape that out, you open it up and take the beans out. I'll show you my vanilla bean that I have. As you can see, there's the vanilla bean. I haven't touched it yet, but that's the way it comes in your container. And this is organic, by the way. And you just, as I've seen people, that you just scrape it open, cut it open, and you get the bean out on the inside. That's why. But this is okay. This is perfect. But do not get the extract. Vanilla bean. In fact, I've seen some recipes that call for either vanilla extract or the vanilla bean. So that is perfect, just to use the vanilla bean, because you're not getting any harmful things from this at all. And this is perfect. Oh, you can buy it already scraped. You know, I've never seen it scraped. I don't know where to get that. I bought this at Walmart. As you can see, it's organic. And it was quite expensive, let me tell you. But, hi, Stacy. Here is my vegan cheese. I know it don't look very pretty in the pan, but it's sliceable. I found a vegan cheese recipe that I can slice it. Oh, it shows on YouTube how to make it. Oh, good, good. No, I don't drink milk. I do not drink milk. Milk is not good for you. Milk is for cows. It's not for humans. I drink almond milk. That's what I drink. Either almond milk, coconut milk, or soy milk, or rice milk. Here is it sliced. I didn't slice it very good, Stacy, but I just sliced it a little bit to show you that it does slice. I'm real happy about it. I found the recipe on 3ABN by Keong Weatherby, and she's real good at her recipes. Oh, you're just getting on to do lunch? Well, I just thought I'd show everybody after this set up what it looked like. Oh, you didn't get a notification? Oh, I'm sorry. You'll have to check your notifications, Stacy. I don't know. I should have had somebody invite you, but that's okay. You're here now. You can watch the replay later. But I'm happy that I found a sliceable cheese that I can do. And like I said, I'm going to be making the cheese sauce in another day or two, because Stacy has a cheese sauce on her website for macaroni and cheese. There's others out there too. And I plan on doing that as well. I just have to get the macaroni so I can pour it over the top of it. But I'm one of these kind that once I find a recipe that works, I stick with it, because it's simple enough to do. I know it worked for me once. It's going to continue to work for me again and again. And it does take agar powder. Like I said, this is the agar powder I use. It's not very cheap. I got it through Amazon. And it thickens up quite a bit. But you have to have this in order to thicken it up. Otherwise, you're not going to get it thick. And but I enjoy doing this for other people. Because this is really the best thing that we can do is make our own foods. We know what's in them. I know everything that's in here, all the ingredients in here. I know it's got red peppers in it, garlic powder, onion powder. Supposed to have sea salt, I forgot that. And it's got cashews in it, and it's got water. It's got the ingredients in there. And it's got, I think it's got paprika as well. And a few other ingredients in it. And the thing of it is, this was an easy recipe to make. Like I said, I will post this video up on YouTube, and I'll put the list of ingredients in the description box and how to make it, because it is a process that you have to go through. So I will put that up there too, so you can make it yourself. So I hope that you can all do that. I think I'm going to go now because I got to get ready to make my lunch in a little bit, and Stacy wants to come on to do her lunch. So I think I'll go for now. I may come back again later, but I'm not swearing to it. Oh, you're going to make it next week just for fun? But anyway, I'm going to go now, and I'm going to probably make some oat burgers for lunch and put this cheese on the oat burgers. But I want to get ready to start making them. And I hope you all have a great day. Thank you for coming on, the live viewers as well as the replay viewers a little later on. Hope you all have a great day. Take care. God bless, and bye-bye. Bye-bye.